So guys, I watched an anime. I completed an anime.
I was
Oh.
trying to watch a movie today, but I couldn't do it.
So the anime that I completed is Soul Eater Not.
Oh
Have any of you
no.
seen it?
Isn't that like
I will explain what it is.
Isn't it a spin-off?
It is, yes, it is a spin-off, sort of. So, Soul Eater Not is... Okay, so let me first explain what Soul Eater is for people that don't know. I know that you two do, but in case my YouTube viewers don't know what Soul Eater is. Soul Eater is an anime that takes place at a school called the DWMA. That stands for Death Weapon Meister Academy. In this anime, you have two types of students that go to this school. You have students that can turn themselves into a weapon, and students who are meisters that wield these weapons. So the main characters in the first original Soul Eater are Maka. She's the female meister, main character, and you have Soul. He's the male main character that can turn himself into a scythe. The anime revolves around like sorcery, magic, witches, death. It's a pretty good developing powers. Could you call it school life? No, I don't think it's school life. It's like it's mainly a developing powers action anime.
But they have school involved.
Yeah, it's school is involved, but I wouldn't really call it like school life in like the traditional sense of school life. So yeah, it's an action developing powers anime, I would say, at the very least. So in Soul Eater Not, it's sort of a spin-off. It's from the point of view of other students. The reason why it's called Soul Eater Not is because there are two types of students that attend the well, other than the weapon and meister thing, there are two like segments of student bodies within the DWMA. You have what's called the EAT, that's EAT, like you're eating. You have the EAT students. These are the students like Maka and Soul from the original series that kind of go out into the field and try to solve mysteries and that type of stuff. Look into like crime that's happening with the various sorcerers or witches or whatever. And you also have the not students. The not students are sort of like the beginner tier students that they're still like developing their skills in whether it's being a weapon or being a meister. They're still learning the basics of that stuff. So you could think of them as like the elementary level students. This is one of the things that I like about this anime because it is from the point of view of somebody else, and you do have like these cameos from the original series characters. So like when the main character Sugumi goes to school for the first time, and she's like walking up the big flight of stairs, and she sees like Maka for the first time. It's like, whoa, look at this girl. She's like my senior student, and she's so cool. I want to be like her. And you have these instances throughout the anime where you see all of these sort of veteran characters, and they all appear really cool through the eyes of like a new student. Because like, for example, I'm not really spoiling anything. For in the first day when Sugumi is in the class and they bring in two EAT students, which happen to be Maka and Soul, and they're kind of just showing everybody their the powers that they have and the things that they can do. It just seems really cool, and especially since the anime has like updated graphics and stuff, it just felt really good to see those old characters again. So the main story of this this spin-off is that you have this weapon, Sugumi. She's like a spear or a polearm of some sort. She can't really transform herself properly at first. Like, she could get like one limb to kind of turn into what it's supposed to be, and then you have like these classmates that, like, one of them, he could sort of turn into like a kind of small sword, but like his face is still there. So like his Meister partner kind of holds his head, and there's a blade coming out of the head. It's kind of funny. So you have like Sugumi, who can't transform properly, and then the other two main characters are also females. There's one girl named Mimi and another girl named Anya, and they're both Meisters. And this is sort of one of the predicaments of the anime. Like she likes both people as to be her Meister, and she can't really choose one, and she kind of gets stuck in a situation where both of them are her Meister, and she has yet to decide which one she's gonna let go. Because as a polearm, you can't really have two Meisters. That would be weird. Or would it? Don't know. So that's basically a synopsis of the anime. It's from this new student point of view, and there's three main characters. Two of them are Meisters. One of them is a weapon. You get to see a lot of the veteran characters of the older anime. Okay, so the thing is, at first I thought I wouldn't like it because the main character is a female. She's kind of, the main characters are kind of ditzy, and I don't like female protagonists that are kind of airheads. I complain about this a lot, that they always make them seem like that, and that's just not. It doesn't encourage me to watch the anime, but despite that, it was still watchable for me. Stein is in it. That was a plus for me because I really liked his character from the original series. I mean, everybody is in it. Like Death the Kid is in it. The two twins, or are they twins or sisters? I don't remember. The two guns that Death the Kid uses, the two girls, they're in it. You see Black Star and his girl in it for a couple scenes. I can't remember the other guy's name. He had like these weird glasses on with like the little swirly thing in the glasses. I can't remember his name, but he's in it. You know, all the cool characters are in it. Like I said, I really enjoyed just the nostalgia of seeing everybody again. Having the art updated was a huge thing for me, and it kind of gives me hope that there might be. I mean, I know that it's very unlikely, but it's nice to know that they still have the means to make Soul Eater in case they wanted to continue the series, because we all know that is something that we would like them to continue. Maybe so that they can have a more concise ending, or what have you. You know, I didn't really have a problem, but you know, some people do have a problem. I think that's it. Based on that, I would actually give it a recommend. Like, it's short. It was 12, 13 episodes. It's from 2014, so the art is pretty up to date. The female protagonists were not too bad. They were not too airheaded. I found them tolerable. I got to see my old favorite characters again from the original Soul Eater, so it is all around, I would say, a win. It is a prequel, and the reason why I know this is because there are certain events in the anime that take place that when you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, this had to happen before Soul Eater. It relates to Death the Kid. I'm not going to spoil the anime, but you'll see if you watch it. It relates to Death the Kid and the two girls. I did verify this on the wiki. So it is, in fact, a prequel to Soul Eater. Yeah, that's it. Recommend. Watch it if you like Soul Eater. Watch it if you intend to watch Soul Eater in the future. And that's it.
Is it the same art style as the Soul Eater?
The art style is very similar in that, like, how the characters are drawn and that type of stuff. They didn't change it at all. Like, it's not like super 3D or anything. It's not super cel shaded or anything. It's what you would expect from Soul Eater, but just in updated graphics. Does that answer your question?
Kinda. What was it called again?
Soul Eater Not.
Not. Cause I looked it up and I heard bad stuff about it, so maybe I'll check it out now.
I mean, it's definitely not as hardcore as Soul Eater, because like Soul Eater, there's like these elements of like self-reflection and like depression and that type of stuff. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much about Soul Eater for people that are gonna watch this on YouTube, but like there's one state where one of the main characters, Soul, is going through like this really serious thing throughout the anime. If you're looking for that type of content, that's not in Soul Eater Not. Soul Eater Not is really just like a reintroduction of veteran characters, these new characters that are kind of not on the same tier as those other characters. It's really just there as another point of view of the whole DWMA. And for me, that was good enough. For some people, it might not be good enough. I mean, there is some action, but it's not at the level where it is in Soul Eater, where it's like super escalated and it's like almost DBZ level type action, where you're having like these crazy fight scenes and that type of stuff. There is some fight scenes, and there are people that die, but it's not to the level of like last saga type stuff in Soul Eater. It's a quick watch, basically. I'm working on a couple other things. I don't know if I'll have time by next week to review them, but I'm trying. Yeah, hopefully I'll have an anime that you guys can appreciate.
I appreciate it, Soul Eater.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate that ending. That's all I gotta say.
I barely remember the ending.
Dude, it was like, it's 13 episodes. Like,
That was fine.
13 episodes for this. You get to see all the old characters again. You get to see Stein with his
Technically, it would be new because if it's a prequel.
Right. But you know what I'm saying. From our point of view, we're getting to see them again, and I actually think that just seeing Stein again was worth it because he was one of my favorite characters from the first
I like
series, and he's up to like his pranks and shit.
Actually,
Obviously,
I think I like the one kid that was the ninja or something.
Black Star.
Yeah, I like him.
Black Star was cool. I actually liked all of them. I mean, there was not really a single main character I did not like. I mean, even Death the Kid, which he was kind of a stuck-up,
He was annoying, I think.
He conflicted with Soul a lot. I still thought that he was cool. In his own weird way, like obsessed with symmetry, even though his hair is not symmetrical.
And his two women guns are not.
Yeah, and you kind of learn a little bit about their backstory also in Soul Eater Not. I like the Soul Eater universe. That's why I like this anime, because I get to learn a little bit more about the Soul universe from a different point of view.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm surprised they haven't made like a game or something from that franchise.
Or a movie. They could so easily make a movie out of that franchise.
Yeah. They could. I would definitely watch a Soul Eater movie. It's just such a good universe, like the whole Reaper thing, and like weapons and meisters and the Black Blood. It was so good.
That ending, though.
I might watch it again, man.
I can't watch it just because of that ending, though.
I could probably watch it again too. It's been a while.
Yeah, but there's so many other anime that I'd want to watch again.
Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like I don't even have enough time to play Path of Exile, let alone watch anime. I can't justify spending that kind of time.
Like if I'm wow, they have a full team. Like if I'm done with all the anime that if I've been caught up, then maybe I'll go back and rewatch something. But